Just hours after U.S.-Iran peace talks collapsed in Islamabad, a new and potentially explosive scenario is emerging. U.S. President Donald Trump has triggered speculation of a possible naval blockade against Iran, a move that could dramatically escalate the conflict.
Yeah, I'm getting a lot of reports. They've been meeting for many hours, as you probably have noticed. We'll see what happens. Look, regardless, we win. Regardless what happens, we win. We've totally defeated that country. And so let's see what happens. Maybe they make a deal, maybe they don't.
Is it a good sign?
From the standpoint of America, we win. One other thing that's happening is that boats are sailing up and heading out to our country. Big, beautiful tankers, and we're loading them up with oil and gas and everything else. And pretty beautiful thing to see.
What about China release Iran's assets? Have you agreed to release Iran's assets in other countries?
We're going to see what happens. We're in very deep negotiations with Iran. We win regardless. We've defeated them militarily. They've dropped a couple of water mines, you call them water mines, in the boat. We've defeated all of their water boats too. Their Navy has gone 158 ships. They have 28 water droppers, mine droppers they call them. All of them are sunk. They probably have a couple of mines in the water. We have mine sweepers out there. We're sweeping the strait. In addition to that, we're negotiating. Whether we make a deal or not makes no difference to me. And the reason is because we've won. Whether you listen to the fake news or not, you know, it's amazing. Their credibility is down to 13%. The media credibility down to 13%. Think of it. We defeated their Navy. We defeated their Air Force. We defeated their anti-aircraft. We defeated their radar. We defeated their leaders. Their leaders are all dead. And now all we do is we'll open up the strait, even though we don't use it, because we have a lot of other countries in the world that do use it that are either afraid or weak or cheap. I don't know what it is, but we were not helped by NATO, that I can tell you. How do you know that? Why do you say that? Why do you say that? You don't know anything. Who are you with? Who are you with? ABC? Well, that's fake news. Let me just tell you, we win, no matter what. We've defeated their military. They have no Navy. 158 ships are underwater, undersea. All of their mine sweepers and all of their, they call them mine droppers. Can you imagine? A country has 28 mine droppers. You think that's nice? With all of that being said, they're all defeated, by the way. They're all at the bottom of the sea. Now, with all of that, they have no Navy. They have no radar. They have no Air Force. Their leaders are all dead. With Khomeini is gone. For many years he ruled. He's gone. With all of that, let's see what happens. But from my standpoint, I don't care.
China is preparing to ship weapons to Iran.
Well, if China does that, China's going to have big problems.
The speculation began after Trump shared an article suggesting the U.S. Navy could take control of the Strait of Hormuz, one of the most critical oil routes in the world. The Strait of Hormuz isn't just any waterway. It carries a significant portion of global oil supply. Even limited disruption here can send shock waves across global energy markets. And right now, traffic remains restricted, despite efforts to stabilize the situation. At the same time, U.S. naval activity in the region is intensifying. American warships have already moved through the strait, marking a significant show of force after weeks of conflict. Behind the scenes, military operations are expanding, with efforts underway to secure shipping routes and ensure free navigation through the Gulf.
Well, I wish him luck. He's got a big thing. We'll find out what's going on. They're militarily defeated, and now we're going to open up the Gulf, with or without them. But that'll be open. We're going to be, or the strait as they call it, and I think it's going to go pretty quickly. And if it doesn't, we'll be able to finish it off. One way or the other, it's going well. The Navy's gone, the Air Force is gone, all anti-aircraft is gone, the leaders are gone, the whole place is gone. So we'll see how it turns out. So it's JD and Steve and Jared They have a good team, and they meet tomorrow. We'll see how it all works.
You're not going to let them hold the strait, are you? I mean, it's international.
No, we're not going to let that. It's international water. If they're doing that, nobody knows if they're doing that. But if they're doing that, we're not going to let that happen.
What would a good deal look like for you?
No nuclear weapons. Number one. You know, I think it's already been regime change, but we never had that as a criteria. No nuclear weapons. That's 99% of it.
Strait of Hormuz as well?
Yeah, but that'll open up automatically. Yeah, the answer is yes, but the strait will open up. If we just left, the strait's going to, otherwise they make no money. So the strait's going to open, but what we have is no nuclear weapons, but we'll open the strait anyway.
And the Iranians...
Don't forget, we don't use the strait. Other countries use the strait. So we do have other countries coming up, and they'll help out, but we don't use it. It won't be easy. It won't be, I would say this, we will have that open fairly soon.
What's your backup plan? What's your backup plan if there's no field open?
You don't need a backup plan. We have, the military is defeated, their military is gone. They have, you know, we've degraded just about everything. They have very few missiles, they have very little manufacturing capability. We've hit them hard. Our military is amazing, the job they've done.
Sorry, sir, is this a one and done talk, or are you open to more talks after this, depending on what
I
they
don't know,
say?
I can't tell you. I have to see what happens tomorrow. They've been talking for 47 years with other presidents, and we're not doing much talking. Thank you very much.
But Iran is not backing down. Tehran has warned that increased U.S. naval presence could trigger a direct response, raising the risk of confrontation at sea. All of this comes after diplomacy failed. After 21 hours of negotiations, no deal, no breakthrough.
Well, good morning, everybody. And let me say a couple of notes of appreciation. First of all, to the Prime Minister of Pakistan and to Field Marshal Munir, who were both incredible hosts. And whatever shortcomings in the negotiation, it wasn't because of the Pakistanis, who did an amazing job and really tried to help us and the Iranians bridge the gap and get to a deal. We have been at it now for 21 hours, and we've had a number of substantive discussions with the Iranians. That's the good news. The bad news is that we have not reached an agreement, and I think that's bad news for Iran much more than it's bad news for the United States of America. So we go back to the United States having not come to an agreement. We've made very clear what our red lines are, what things we're willing to accommodate them on, and what things we're not willing to accommodate them on. And we've made that as clear as we possibly could, and they have chosen not to accept our terms.